welcome back to Mo's Unapologetic Reads, where I discuss book-related content, candid book talk, and I think we have a good time here. At least I do, okay? I think I do. Anyway, in this video, I am going over books and/or series that I did not get to finish before the end of 2023. In my Race to the Final Pages video, I went over some books and series that I wanted to finish before the end of the year. And some of the books in this video are gonna be from that one, but I'm also including other novels and series that I didn't get to finish. Now, not all of these books were published this year, 2023. A lot of them were ones that I had found this year and added to my list. The first book is the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. This book is described to be a Steel Magnolias meets Dracula. So Patricia Campbell's only reprieve from her day-to-day, which includes taking care of her teenagers, feeling neglected by her workaholic husband, taking care of an elderly senile mother-in-law, is when she gets to go hang out with her girls at the book club. One night, Patricia is attacked by one of her neighbors. And as a result of this incident, the neighbor's nephew comes to town. This nephew is named James Harris, and his arrival in this small town is very much noticed. His arrival also brings about feelings in Patricia that she has not felt in a long time. Patricia starts to notice some things about James Harris beyond his good looks and charm. The arrival of Harris also coincides with the disappearances of children in this town. Next up is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. So this wasn't a book that I was planning to add at all, but I saw so many promos and ads for it that I checked out the plot and decided to add it. Every day I clean the Winchester's beautiful house top to bottom. I collect their daughter from school, and I cook a delicious meal for the whole family before heading up to eat alone in my tiny room on the top floor. I try to ignore how Nina makes a mess just to watch me clean it up, how she tells me strange lies about her own daughter, and how her husband Andrew seems more broken every day. But as I look into Andrew's handsome brown eyes, so full of pain, it is not hard to imagine what it would be like to live Nina's life. The walk-in closet, the fancy car, the perfect husband. I only try on one of Nina's pristine white dresses once, just to see what it was like. But soon she finds out. And by the time I realize my attic bedroom door only locks from the outside, it's far too late. But I reassure myself, the Winchesters don't know who I really am. They don't know what I'm capable of. They lock in the lady in her room. Oh, I don't like that. I mean, I'm gonna read it, right? But I don't like that Nina, the wife, oh, that's not cool. If you cannot trust the person working for you without you locking them in their room, you don't need to keep them employed for you anymore. And like, uh-oh, The housemate says they don't know what I'm capable of. Well, I want to find out. There were several romances that I added to my list this year, and these range from young adult to fantasy. Sunny Disposition by Deanna Gray. It is a college sports romance, and it's involving a grumpy hockey player love-like interest. These books have been done over and over. There's a formula to them, but I really like these books. I never got to have a college romance, so I lived through these and will continue to enjoy them for the foreseeable future. Continuing the theme of grumpy love-like interest is Forget Me Not by Julia Soto. Ama Torres is an optimistic wedding planner who doesn't believe in marriage, but weddings, they're amazing. Elliot Bloom is a brooding florist who hates owning a floral shop until a certain bright-eyed, donut-loving workaholic shows up at his door. Once upon a time, they collaborated on events by day, and by night, Ama traced the intricate flower tattoos etched along his body. Then Ama shattered his heart and never spoke to Elliot again. Oh my God, what happened? Now they're working on an event that could make or break both of their careers. Except neither of them has gotten over what happened 2 years ago. Things are not helped by the two brides who seem determined to set them up, not knowing their complicated history. But as the wedding takes a life of its own, Ama and Elliot are about to discover that some things can survive a complete catastrophe. Talia Hibbert is an author I have read several works from. I added her Work for It, which is a male-male romance. In this village, I'm an outcast. Griffith Everett, the scowling giant who prefers plants to people. Then I meet Kings. I think that's how this name is pronounced. For the sake of this video, I am going to call this character Kings. Then I meet Kings, a stranger from the city who's everything I'm not. Sharp-tongued, sophisticated, beautiful. Free. For a few precious moments in a dark alley, he's also mine. Hot and sweet under the stars, until he crushes me like dirt under his designer boot. When the prettiest man I've ever hated shows up at my job the next day, I'm not sure if I want to strangle him or drag him to bed. Actually, I think I want both. But Kings isn't here for the likes of me. He makes that painfully clear. With everyone else at work, he's all gorgeous, glittering, and charmed. But when I get too close, he turns vicious. And yet I can't stay away, because there's something about this Ice King that sets me on fire. A secret vulnerability that makes my chest ache. I'll do whatever it takes to sneak past his walls and see the real man again. The last thing I expect is for that man to ruin me. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Give me all of the slow burn, angsty romances until I can't take them anymore. And that probably won't happen. Again, I love Talia Hibbert's works. She writes characters that are witty, sarcastic. There's usually, you know, a comedic element in her books, but also, again, very angsty characters that deny love and the person they're attracted to, and they have to go through all of this heartache to end up with a happily ever after. What was I thinking by not reading this year? Do better. These next two are series, and these are the two of the three series I didn't get to finish before the end of this year. Population by Elizabeth Stevens. Humanity was visited by an alien race very similar in their characteristics to humans. These aliens wanted to make Earth their new home because their planet had been destroyed. A war ensued between humans and the others that left Earth, specifically the North American continent, in ruins. There are 3 books in this series, and the author launched this series twice. I have read both editions of the first book, which is Population, and I started the second book. And in this new North American continent after this war, most of the land is riddled with gangs, hunger, and people just trying to survive. This series follows different characters, human and other, as they try to rebuild a safe North American continent. But there are others and humans that don't want to see that happen. This book and the series has some triggering content, so just putting it out there, and deals with darker themes. Again, Stevens is an author I have read other books from, and I enjoy her world building and her diverse characters. Mama's Brew is more on the contemporary side of romance, and this series is centered around a paramilitary group, and this group is ran by a woman called Mama. The members of this group are quirky, troubled, some more than others, and each of them have their own unique and shadowy backstories. The men in Mama's Brew, specifically Zeus and Big Country, they take on a job that results in them saving themselves a woman. They each save a woman. This series follows Zeus and Big Country as they navigate their attractions to these beautiful women and the dangerous world that they work in. Next up is Her Good Side by Rebecca Weatherspoon. It is a young adult romance. The synopsis presents such a cute story. 16-year-old Bethany Green, though confident and self-assured, is what they call a late bloomer. She's never had a boyfriend, date, or first kiss. She's determined to change that, but after her crush turns her down cold for homecoming, declaring her too inexperienced, and all of her backed up ideas fall through, she cautiously agrees to go with her best friend's boyfriend, Jacob. Dumped twice in 2 months, Jacob Yoon wonders if he's the problem. After years hiding behind his camera and a shocking summer glow up, he wasn't quite ready for all the attention or to be someone's boyfriend. There are no guides for his particular circumstances or for taking your ex-best friend to the dance. Bethany and Jacob decide to fake date for practice, building their confidence in matters of the heart. But things get complicated as their kissing sessions for research start to feel real. This arrangement was supposed to help them in dating other people, but what if their perfect match is right in front of them? I have been getting more into my young adult, new adult reader bag, and I am enjoying it. Alright, last on my list is a series, and it is the Harrow Fair series by Catherine Ann Kingsley. This is a dark villain type romance with some triggering content. I've read book 1 through 3 and started number 4. While reading the series, one of the songs on my playlist seemed to fit so well, and it's Carousel by Melanie Martinez. So if y'all like to listen to music while y'all read, and if y'all decide to get this series, that soundtrack, that album actually fits this series perfectly. Cora Glass's humdrum existence as a bank teller flips upside down when a long abandoned circus mysteriously returns to life. But the entry fee to this big top show is far more than what Cora bargained for. A deal struck, a soul struck. As Harrow Fair shines a spotlight on Cora, she discovers there are far more secrets in the 3-ring nightmare than she could possibly imagine. Trapped in the world of the fiendish and alluring man known as the puppeteer, Cora finds herself caught in a war between him and the reclusive Mr. Harrow. Both parties will stop at nothing, even murder, to get what they want, and what they want is her. Well, that is all, folks. These are the books and or series that I did not get to finish before the end of 2023. Tomorrow is not promised, but hopefully next year I will get the opportunities to finish these and so many more. And again, I hope you have a great start to your new year. Until next time.